Hello everyone, Guilherme Aprobato from the Infinity team here. In today's video, we'll see how to customize Infinity Forms so it will look like this using the new layout container and some CSS modification. So let's see how to do that. So let's start with a new application. In this case here, we have a very simple list of customers, right? Just for the example. Let's now go to the sheet and start editing the sheet from here. I will first change the background. In the new versions, we can also do that from the sheet properties. So just scroll down here, go to styling, and you can select a custom background, or an image or a color. So in our case, let's pick an image from the media library. And I will also add a filter pane here with the list of customers that we have. Now let's create a form. So I will go to custom objects, bring here a forms general object. And first we need to create an instance ID to save the data that we're gonna input here. So let's go to our forms admin panel. And here I will create a new form. After doing that, you can copy the ID and put it in here in the forms instance ID. You can test it and make sure everything is working. The dimension in this form will be our customer. Let me first remove the filter here so that we can see all the customers that we have. And let's now add the editable fields. So I'll go to form configuration. Our first field will be address. It will be a text field. Let's add another field which will be date. And the type will be date. I will also add responsible. And another field for category. The category field will be a drop-down list, which is the select box type. And scrolling down, we can define the options that we'll have available. For this example, let's add category 1, semicolon, category 2, semicolon again, and category 3. Let's click here to make sure it's working. It is. Now the next step will be to change the appearance of the form, going to Appearance, Presentation, and scrolling down, you will find Theme. Let's change it to Modern. Now it looks a bit different. Our next step is to hide the buttons that we have here on the top. So let's go to Button Visibility and remove Clear, Save, and Export. And you might think, how are we going to save the data in here? Well, we can enable the autosave functionality. Let's activate the advanced mode, and under advanced settings, we'll enable the autosave mode. So every time we change something, it will be automatically saved after 5 seconds. We could also have some kind of action to do the same thing, but for this example, let's keep it simple. Our next step is to make sure that we will have only one customer selected at a time. We can do that using some conditions here in this chart, or for this example, let's use the field properties. So I'll go here to Fields, right-click on Customer, Field Settings, and tick this box, always one selected value. Click here and save, and now only one selected customer will be here. Now start playing with the new object that Qlik recently launched, which is the new layout container object. And to do that, I will put the form here aside. So let's just hide it for a second and bring the new layout container here. This, we can put multiple objects one on top of the other, creating layers. So let's create a background layer here. We could use an image for that, but in this case, let's just use a button. So I'll bring here a button from the charts. In general, let's remove the title. Same thing for the label. And in presentation, styling, chart, and turn on the border. Just increase the border radius a little bit. And now we can use this object here in the layout container. Let's first add it to the master item. And I will call it back image. Click here to add it. We can now delete it from here and add it here. And there we go. We can move the object anywhere and also place other objects on top or behind it. Now let's place our forms in here. So we'll have one field here, another field here, another one here, and another one here. To do this, we'll copy and paste the same form 4 times. So let's click here, bring the form to the top. Let's first hide the key dimension. So click here in customer in this case and go to hide column. And now I will copy and paste the object 4 times. In this first one, we'll make only the address field visible. So in form configuration, let's scroll down, click here, and in column width, let's make it 150. Now we'll go to the other columns and just hide it by clicking here. Now let's right click on it and add it to the master item. This will be our address field. Now we'll do the same thing with the other ones, but leaving just one field visible. In this case, let's hide address and make date visible. So let's go here, address, hide column. Let's change the width of the date field to 150 and hide the other fields. So this will be our master item for the date field. Now that we have created a master item for each field, we can delete all these tables, go back to our layout container object, and in content, let's add the master items here. First, address. Second, date. Third, category. And fourth, responsible. Let's click here to see how it looks now. Okay, it's not yet what we want, but we'll get there. You'll see that if we start typing something here, the other fields will be locked, and if we click outside of the object, it will automatically save. So now I can go to the other field, like this, wait it to save, go to the other one. We want now to get rid of the white background here, also the form elements and other properties, and we can do that using the custom multi-KPI object. With that, we can customize the CSS from the page. So let's do that by clicking here in Edit Sheet. And this is a trick, but it's something that it's very handy when we want to customize things with CSS. Our first step is to go to Custom Object and find here in Qlik Visualization Bundle the multi-KPI. So bring it to the screen. It will only work when we have a measure in the data part. So we'll add here a measure which can be equals 1, just to have something, okay? And here we'll hide the label and also the value. Now let's go to Appearance and Style. Here is where we can insert the CSS code to customize the page. I have a code here ready to copy and paste, and this will be available in the description of the video. So I will hide some elements from forms, and also if you want to customize it yourself, you can always press F12 if you're using Windows and find the elements from here using the DevTools from your browser. Now I will copy and paste the elements here. And as you can see, now a lot of the things that we had were gone. Now we just need to adjust the elements, and as you can see, the labels are a bit too dark because the background is also dark blue. So we could also use CSS to customize this, or in this case, let's just do it the easy way. I'll go to the background image and change the background a little bit, choosing another color. So let's pick this lighter blue, and it looks better now. If you want, you can also add other elements here. Let's do that very quickly. So I will add a text to display the name of the customer that is now selected. Let's create a new measure, and this will be customer and the customer selected, which is the field customer, and make this bigger. Now we can add this to the master item and bring it to the container. And that's it. Now we are looking at customer A. If we go to customer B, we can add the values here. And of course, if you want to consume the data that the users are inserting here, we can always do that using the script. That's all for today, guys. Make sure you follow us in our social medias. And if you like this content, check the other Tech Tuesday videos on YouTube. Okay? See you soon.